Hello, children. So, let's start with our English subject. Let's continue with the second part of the lesson, the great spirit of the sal tree. The tree spirit heard and understood well enough what was about to happen. It remained quiet as a resting breeze blew for a few moments. Then all his leaves began to whisper, and his topmost branches bowed. And the foresters went away, satisfied that he had answered their plea. But this was what the leaves were whispering to each other. After the foresters left, the tree spirit understood what was going to happen, and it remained quiet. But the leaves started to whisper with each other. Whisper means to speak very softly, like murmuring. And the topmost branches bowed because of the breeze, and the foresters thought that the tree had answered their request. Plea means request. So they happily went back to their palace. Next paragraph. Should the king's decision hold, not only shall we perish, and we our spirit, for the sal tree cannot exist anywhere else, but our fall will crush all the little sal trees that have sprung up and thrive under our protection. For ourselves we care not, but for the children's sake we wish that the king had not wished it so. The leaves were whispering with each other whether they should accept the king's decision or not. If they accept the king's decision, they will die, and the spirit inside the sal tree will also die, and all our little small plants also will crush under us. So, at least for children's sake, the king has to change his decision. The spirit within the tree thought, this must not be allowed. I must visit the king and persuade him. That night, while the king was asleep, a shining figure appeared to him in his dreams and spoke in a voice that was like a rustle. I am the spirit of a sal tree. O king, your foresters this day have told me of your decision to fell me. I have come to beg you to change your mind. The tree spirit thought that it will not allow the king to cut the tree. So the spirit decided to go and meet the king to request him in his dream. The spirit appeared in king's dream and said, O king, I am the spirit of the sal tree. Your foresters have told us that your decision to cut the tree. I have come here to beg you to change your mind. No, I cannot, grumbled the king. Yours is the only tree in all my parks strong enough to support a palace building, and therefore I must have it. Consider, O king, for 1,000 years I have been worshipped by the people of many villages, and never has anything but good come out to them. The birds nest in me. I send a vast and lovely shade upon the grass beneath me. Against my trunk people rest, and wild creatures too. Glad of the coolness, the earth blesses me. The king was not ready to accept the plea, the request of the spirit. But the spirit did not leave. Again, the spirit was trying to convince him, saying that the sal tree is giving shade to the villagers. The birds are nesting beneath me. There is grass under me. So many wild creatures also rest, which give coolness to them. And the earth blesses me. All true enough, good tree spirit, spoke the king. But for all this, I cannot spare you. I have made up my mind. Then grant me one last request, said the tree spirit. Let me be felled into 3 parts. First, my head with its crown of waving greenery. Next, my middle with its 100 strong arms and hands. Last, my base, which bears the heaviest and knottiest of my limbs upon it. The spirit was requesting again and again, but the king was not ready to change his mind. So the spirit said, "Okay, if you want to cut me, then you cut the tree into 3 parts. First, head, the crown. Second, the middle part, and then my base, the last part." "This is a strange request," said the king. "Never before did I hear of one who desired 3 times to suffer the death stroke. Why not endure the agony but once and have it over?" The king was surprised to listen the strange request from the spirit to die 3 times but in one stroke. The king asked, "Why you want to suffer 3 times when you can be fell in one stroke?" "It is like this, O king. Around me have grown up my family. Dozens of young salt trees have sprung from me and thrived in my generous shadow. Should you fell me with one mighty stroke, my weight would certainly crush all my children to death. But if 3 times I suffer the stroke and fall in 3 pieces, some of the little ones may escape. It is my prayer granted?" The tree spirit asked to the king. "Indeed, it is," said the king, whereupon the tree spirit faded away. The spirit says that under me there are dozens of small salt trees sprung from me and giving shadow to others. So if this salt tree is crushed, then all the small tree will be crushed and there will be no more salt trees. So at least if you cut me into 3 pieces, my little small trees will be survived." At last the king agreed and said, "Indeed it is," means he agreed what the spirit requested. The next morning the king called his ministers and his foresters and told them that he had changed his mind. The column for the new palace should be built of stone, not wood. For, said he, "within the salt tree dwells a spirit nobler than my own." And he told them of his vision, and they all marveled. Next morning, the king calls his ministers and tell them that he had changed his mind to cut down the salt tree. So now the column for the new palace will be built with stone and not with wood. And he told them about his dream and said, "The spirit is nobler than me." So children, I hope you have understood the story, how the king decided to build a special palace upon a single wooden column, and when the tree spirit explained the uses of the trees and how they are helpful to the people and environment, the king understood the importance of trees and the values of trees for us. So I hope you too understood. The Chipko movement, the protest by villagers who embrace the trees to prevent it from the being felled. The prominent leader who has contributed significantly to this movement is Sundarlal Bahuguna, a Gandhian, a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. Children, read the lesson once. Thank you.